On paper, I think it's actually quite an interesting move and one that could make a lot of sense. I've been a big fan of Gakpo. I remember writing for Transfermarkt an article before he moved to Liverpool saying that he could be the kind of playmaker that they've been missing in the middle of the park because at the time they were so heavily reliant on Andy Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold to kind of be their creative players. I think he's done a really good job at Liverpool. I think he's been a really useful player for them. He's a very industrious player, a good team player, much like so many of the players in that team, Szoboszlai, Alexis McAllister, Diogo Jota. There's so many hard-working players in that team that probably are more technical or more finesse players if in their own mind, but have to kind of become these kind of workhorses in that Liverpool team, and that's fine because it obviously gets them somewhere, and they obviously won the Premier League with it, so that works well. But I think Gakpo is a player that could probably offer more in terms of goals and assists that we saw at Liverpool. Not to say his results are bad, and actually, if you kind of look at his non-penalty goals per 90 at PSV and Liverpool, they're actually the exact same. They're 0.45 in both cases. The interesting thing is that his assists per 90 at PSV were 0.52, but his assists at Liverpool have just been 0.2. And I think the reason behind that is that he's been played in a number of positions at Liverpool. He's kind of found himself becoming this kind of jack of all trades, kind of become Liverpool's kind of Serge Gnabry. And that, I know a lot of Bayern fans might recoil at the thought of signing another Serge Gnabry at this moment in time, but he's kind of, his ability to kind of play as a centre forward, play on the left wing, sometimes even play through the middle or even on the right, has meant he's often found himself just being brought on for other players. So he hasn't really been able to kind of play the position he wants to play. I think he'd be really tempted by the idea of going to Bayern if Bayern could say to him, look, Leroy Sané's leaving, Serge Gnabry and Kingsley Coman will be out the door next summer, if not sooner. We desperately need a left winger. We need our Michael Olise for that left wing. Do you want to be that guy? And I think that'd be really appealing for him. I think when he's at his best, he's kind of playing between the lines. He likes to play off players. I think at his best actually was for the Netherlands last summer when he was playing on the left hand side, but he could cut inside. He could play off the striker, and at times even play as a kind of inside forward or number 10. And I think if Bayern Munich can say to him, we need a left winger or a left-sided player like that, do you want to be that guy? I think that'd be very appealing to him because at Liverpool, he's not really... he does start plenty of games, but he's not really on that starting 11, especially if they go on and sign Florian Wirtz.